There are many reasons why people are bitten by mosquitoes. These can be related to the clothing you are wearing, the temperature, your genetics, hormone excretions, hygiene, or just the random opportunity. I have stayed in hotels where there have been mosquito problems. Avoiding bites at night was virtually impossible. The more extreme the mosquito problem, the more extreme your solution will need to be. The best solution is to put a physical barrier between you and the mosquitoes. And yes, mosquitoes can and do bite through tight clothing. You don't need to be mosquito foolproof, just a little less attractive meal than the next person. When sleeping, the best barrier is a mosquito net. Most come with some sort of catch that requires a hook, usually on the ceiling. I've stayed in very few hotels that have these hooks available. In this video I will show you how to jerry-rig a mosquito net if you need to. First thing you need to do is assess your situation. This is a bed in the hotel I am currently staying in. Do you have a hook available for a net? Are there any fastening points that you can either drape or fix the net over your bed? You will see here there is no hook, but there are these decorative bar type things that I can either tie or clip a net to. They extend over the entire bed. Where housekeeping have folded the sheets, it leaves a convenient clipping point. There is one at each corner, held tight by the weight of the mattress. I should be able to fasten a net to keep it off my head and upper torso at night, i.e. where I am most exposed. This will be a solution for minor issues with mosquitoes. If you have a much bigger problem than just one or two mosquitoes creeping in, then you are probably better off changing hotels at the earliest opportunity. Here is a large net I brought with me to Thailand. I got it in the UK from IKEA. It has a standard hoop for the net and a hoop for a ceiling hook, which we do not have available in this hotel. The net ties to the suspension hoop and has a wrap around split in the middle for access. The net itself measures approximately 3 by 3 meters. It is enough to cover this bed easily. You can get these types of net in Thailand. You will find them in Home Pro or Mr. DIY, and they cost a few hundred baht. I intend to clip this net to those decorative bars at the head of the bed. I picked up these items in Thailand. I'll need these clothes pegs to fix a net to the bed. This mosquito spray will be familiar to anyone who has visited Thailand. You get it from 7-Eleven or any pharmacy. This can also be sprayed on the net to ward off the mosquitoes. Then there is my mosquito zapper. Charge it up and kill anything that flies with a waff of the bat. It can also be left in a corner with the UV light on to attract the bugs to their doom. First thing to do is to fix the net to the bars at the head of the bed. I clip the pegs onto the net. The physical size of the pegs mean they won't fit between the bars and the wall, and with some elastic tension from the net, it stays in place. If we move around to the other side, I have done exactly the same. I laid the net on the bed roughly in the center. I removed the hoop as we won't need that, and the access point is facing down, running down the center of the bed. So now we have got the net relatively central. We can then clip it to the corners of the bed. Here is the net clipped into place. It is not very tight, that is to stop it from ripping. It does look to give me a reasonable amount of clearance on my upper body, the part that is usually exposed at night. The net will not be resting on me. It does rest on the bedding waist down. The net and the bedding is loose, so it should afford me some protection if a hungry bloodsucker paid a visit. Keep it in mind, this is just for a minor mosquito annoyance. This wouldn't be suitable at all if there were hundreds of mosquitoes in the room. Just 3 corners are clipped, the other is an access point and can be clipped or tucked into position after you climb in. Around the headboard there doesn't appear to be any noticeable gaps. Now let's go inside. I can't see any gaps on the inside. The net is keeping off my upper body as expected, and it does drape on the lower part of the bed. It is approximately 10 centimeters off my body at the lowest point and will pretty much fit 2 people. Overall, I think it's a reasonably decent solution if you have a mosquito problem in your room. So that is my solution for this particular hotel if I needed it. I've not seen any mosquitoes, heard or been bitten or caught anything in my trap. For this hotel it is not needed, but it's better to have and not need than to need and not have. Plus this video might help someone out. I'm a bit of a frequenter of hotels and I've had discussions on mosquito problems with other expats. They usually say the same. They want a net, but there is never anywhere to hang it. Potentially I could clip the net here too, but I don't think it's needed. So now you know you don't need a hook for a net. With a bit of creative thinking and a bit of jerry-rigging, a viable solution suitable for the issue can be fashioned. In addition to the spray on the net, the AC fan will be blown over the bed as an extra deterrent. One last option I personally don't like and I only use in extreme circumstances. This is using chemical spray. Something like this can be bought at 7-Eleven. You do need to be sensible with its usage and don't just spray it willy-nilly. If you do want to use this kind of spray, it is better to target areas where mosquitoes like to hide, like dark corners and under or down the sides of furniture. I wouldn't spray on the surfaces I touch on a regular basis like the floor, and certainly not on anything I sleep on or put in my mouth. If I needed to use this spray, I would pack up all my stuff, put towels and linen in a bag, put the fan and aircon on, spray in the nooks and crannies, exit the room for a couple of hours, return and then air out.